Here are 4 ways to free up motion in the morning because of stiff hip osteoarthritis. Number 1 is to use extra pillows when you're sleeping at night to get your hip joint in a comfortable position. If you can get your hip joint to where it's slightly open like this, the hip is slightly bent, and you can sleep like that as best as possible throughout the night, then you're going to have less stiffness, because if you're in any other position, you're going to add compression to the hip joint, and this can worsen the stiffness in the morning. Here are some options for you. If you lie on your side, because that's how you like to sleep, then get a pillow between your knees, just like this. You might even double it up or add 2 pillows, because that gets your hip into that position or closer to it. And if you like to lie on your back, then put pillows under your knees and make sure that you have enough pillows or thick enough pillows to bend that hip slightly so that you're not completely flat, because that'll tighten up the ligaments on the front of the hip and can add compression to it, which will worsen the stiffness in the mornings. Number 2 is to start doing these 3 exercises on a consistent basis throughout the day. Now, I've got another video where I go into this. I'll link it in the description below, but here are the basics of the exercises. Number 1 is hip wiggles. If you're just rocking your hips inwards and outwards like this while you're sitting down, doing this frequently throughout the day can get extra lubrication in the joint so that it's prepared to take a full night of rest and you're not as stiff in the night. Now, the other exercise is hip rockers, and for this one you're going to get on your hands and knees and just rock back and forth. It's not enough to just do this right before bed. This is something that needs to be happening a lot throughout the day, because hip arthritis is involving the cartilage inside the hip joint, and cartilage just heals slow, and it needs a lot of movement, like hundreds and thousands of reps, in order for the hip cartilage to heal. The third exercise is what I call a knee fallout, a bent knee fallout. So you're gonna lie down on your back, bend up the leg that has the hip problem, foot flat like this, and you're just gonna let your leg fall inwards and outwards a comfortable amount. None of these exercises should hurt. Go check out that video for details on the reps and how to do this exactly throughout the day. My third tip to free up motion in the morning because of stiff hip osteoarthritis is to drink lots of water. I mean, fill up your stomach with water 3 to 4 hours before bed. If you do this, it should be enough time for you to fill up your bladder and empty your bladder before you go to sleep, so that you're not having to wake up in the middle of the night with a stiff hip to make it over to the bathroom. 3 to 4 hours is an estimation. You might find that you can tolerate drinking it later at night, or maybe even before, a little before that, like 4 to 5 hours before you go to bed, or maybe you can tolerate 1 to 2 hours before you go to bed. You have to find out what works for your body. But the idea is to drink plenty of water to hydrate yourself, and then get it all out, go to the bathroom so that you're not waking up at night. This allows that water to circulate throughout your body and ideally hydrate the cartilage inside your hip joints so that you're not so stiff in the mornings. And tip number 4 is to begin to fix the root problem. Now, this is nothing that is quick. It's not something that you can do in just, a night or a morning. This requires a process, because fixing hip osteoarthritis is truly a process. There isn't just an exercise or a pill or a pillow you can buy or a technique you can do to cure hip arthritis. It requires addressing the root cause, which means you're going to be doing different treatments over time. As you hit different milestones, those treatments have to change. It's an entire process. But if you can address the root problem and truly clear it up, then stiffness in the mornings truly goes down. It reduces, and it gets to the point where it's completely gone or barely even noticeable. Maybe a couple of steps and you're back to feeling normal again. Fixing hip osteoarthritis requires addressing the root muscle imbalance, and I talk about that at length here on this channel, and even deeper through our hip osteoarthritis recovery program. Now, you can find all our videos about hip arthritis here on YouTube in a link down in the description. It's called the Hip Arthritis Help Playlist that has all our YouTube videos. And I've also got the Hip Arthritis Recovery Program, which is a comprehensive program that I put my entire treatment approach into. You can register for that program through the link in the description below as well. Hey, if this video was helpful for you, please give us a thumbs up. Please consider sharing this with somebody you think needs to hear this. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the videos that we post each and every week. And please drop a comment on here. We'd love to answer our comments. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.